Hi, good morning. Coming in to do the channel message. Last one, getting them all out. Last but not least, Virgo. And we are in Virgo uh, season right now. And I honestly thought I had recorded this. So I'm back recording again because I thought I had recorded this. So if there's two, you'll end up with two readings for the month. You'll end up with two recorded channel messages, Virgo. Maybe you think you're deserving of two. So please remember, this is a channeled message of those born under the sign. It's not an astrology report. It is not a tarot card reading per se. I am using cards. And for some reason, I am being pulled this morning all the way into my tarots. And I always say this deck of cards is my kick in the ass cards. When I pull out this deck, I know it's a kick in the ass. And so it's been for every fire sign. Every fire sign has been getting that kick in the ass. And Virgo. And Virgo's not fire, and you are as far away from fire as could be, but you really hold space for fire signs very, very well. You really do. I feel as if if you're cross watching or you have Virgo in your sign and you're not actually a Virgo, then there may be a lot of this message that may resonate with you. I feel like Virgo is all about sharing, all about caring for everyone else. And I feel as if there's this whole, you want to share this with everybody. You want to share your love. You want to share your wisdom, your knowledge. You want to share your channel message with everybody is what it feels like, Virgo. So if Virgo message resonates with everybody, and if it's the second one, then yay, we got another one. But this is refusing to accept that some things have to be about you, but there's some Virgo energy that you're afraid to face you. You're afraid to look at your truth, your reality. You're afraid to look at some of those choices and decisions that you've made to settle. And you've done a lot of settling in life, and you've done a lot of running. And I feel for Virgo, you're very exhausted. So that's the whole world. The whole world has been running and exhausted. So it's been a whole time of everybody is running and nobody even knows what you're running. Everybody's running now because there's a lot of fear. So I feel like, Virgo, there's been a lot of fear energy around you, and a lot don't even tie to right now. You're thinking, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. But you are afraid, because if you always constantly are not allowing yourself to root and settle into your life, or you keep running from those who try to love you, then there is a sense that you are afraid. And it goes back into a unsecure childhood story, something where you didn't feel safe, or there's an invasion from childhood, or like something that invaded your space or took from you, or that was taken away from you, and no one could explain it, and no one helped you through that grief. And I feel like as an adult, there's a lot of the grieving stories of the world of life that are still unsettled, unsolved. And there's no solving the past, because it's like there's no forgiveness. There's no stories that come enough to fix the wounds that you are left with, other than you doing the forgiveness to yourself and just saying, I forgive myself for thinking that I had to constantly sell myself short, constantly give to somebody else, constantly hand that out. And so there's this beautiful angel energy around you. And I just see this angel energy, and I just see this essence of, I want to reach so bad for my angel tarot, but everything is like, no, you stay with this tarot, because you want to go back to comfort is what I'm being told. It's like, I get the lessons the same way as everyone else. So say, I want to return to comfort. They're telling me not to go to comfort. We have to stay out of the comfort zone. This is a very much month, Virgo, for you to be out of the comfort zone. Very much, this is an uncomfortable season right now. It's like, it's my birthday month. I'm supposed to be comfortable, but it's not comfortable. It's very uncomfortable. It's very unsettling. It's like we're constantly scratching the itch of why do I have to face this again? Why do I have to deal with this? And this came with the full moon. So I've been channeling these messages since September the 1st during the full moon. So it's been lighting up that insecure places in your life, or the places that you've been able to convince people that I'm all good. You've been able to wear that mask, and you're unraveling. So there's an unraveling happening of the Virgo energy, where you're being unraveled from your truth, and you're having to face a reality. And it's like this, so the Two of Swords, and it's just like this blinders that were on, and just holding you captive, and it came out reversed. And so I just feel like it's like closed off to the beautiful spiritual self of you, closed off into like trying to hide yourself from the spiritual world somehow, or from the spirit world, from the loved ones that are trying to help you. There's the full moon again, and that full moon was a huge part of your energy coming in, and it was an emotional, it was in Pisces. It was a lot of emotional self, a lot of emotions arising, exposing, and you didn't want to face it. You don't want to see it, but it's time to see it. And so we have the Three of Wands, which is a fire sign. And is it your ship is going out or your ship is coming in? And I feel as if there's that whole time that you're going on a journey and your back is turned. And this resonates a lot. Going back to my book is a big part of this morning. And so see how the picture looks alike? I never even realized that. I'm like, oh, ha. So you're walking away, or you have the opportunity to walk away from the darkness, walk away from your past. And I don't mean walk away and not face it, but I feel like you have faced it, you have dealt with it, or you're letting the good things of life slip away from you, and not to let the good things. And notice how one seagull is gray and one is white. Well, spirit world is gray and white. So there's a lot of black and white. It's like, it's black and white. It's either yes or no. And it's like, stop filling it up. Stop using fillers for your life. It's like spirit world is saying, is it yes or is it no? What do you want? Stop trying to justify. Stop trying to defend. Stop trying to explain. Stop telling bullshit stories. I just feel like you tell other people's stories, or you tell stories of the past instead of telling your story. And Virgo, it is really time for you to tell your story. It is time for you to get on the boat, ride the wave, and ride into the unknown, and to tell your story. It is really time for you to tell your story, because I have this beautiful fertile, like Four of Wands here. And I just feel like you're protected and you're safe as your whole family like journeys. I just feel like this beautiful, loving come together is what I got. And this beautiful dragonfly, and dragonflies represent transformation. It's the spirit, our loved ones from the other side are with us, but this is also green. So I have a lot of healing energy. And you know, the lays, when you arrive in Hawaii and you get off the plane and they put those lays around your neck, that's the way I'm seeing this, is that it's like you're landing into this, like you got the opportunity to land yourself onto a beautiful island, a beautiful energy, a beautiful life. It's like, but you know, you got to be willing to accept that when this lays on you, when beauty lays on you, when love lays on you, when life lays on you, that you're worthy of accepting this, and you're worthy of it being yours, and you're worthy of it coming in. Why not you have this? Why not you accept this? So this could also be not really a blinder, but it could also be gold looking at you. It could be at that golden light is looking at you. But when we look at the energy of the God consciousness, when we look at the Christ-like energy, it says the light is so bright that no man can look into the light. Like, we can't look into that light. We can't see the light. Well, what if your light is so bright that you have not been able to look into it? Or the reason why some people are not like, you're like, why do people not like me? Or why are they like that with me? What if every time they look at you, they're seeing something they can't face and look at within themselves? And so it reflects off of you. You become the reflection of the pain of because your love, your light is so beautiful, so wonderful, that they're comparing yourself. Well, I can't be that. I can't be that good person. I can't be that kind person. So when we look at when we look at life a little bit different, then you're actually able to see it differently. So when we see it black and white, instead of telling ourselves the stories of lack of story, or the sad story, or the past story, and we tell ourselves the truth, and we get honest and real, that everything that's happening in my life right now is everything that I allowed to happen. I'm taking full ownership and responsibility, because the past is not alive, and I'm going to start laying on my own happiness. I'm going to start laying on the beauty. I'm going to start seeing the beauty in my life and in my relationships. And I'm going to be my own knight. It's like coming in to be your own savior. It's rising up in victory. There is this winning situation that just coming in. It's like you're coming in, and so you're saving yourself from the stories of the past. This is orangey, so I know I'm going sacral here. I know there's stories of the past. I know there's old energy stories that have held you back from being that knight in shining armor in your own life, of being full victory. I just feel like when you just, because you're only telling the stories of the past and you're not telling your true story, there's a new book to be written. There's a new story to be written. And it's time to tell your story. It's time to rewrite it. And it's time to tell it of one of love, one of light, and one that aligns to who you are today. It's like not all writing books, don't get me wrong, but it's about rewriting your story. Now's your opportunity. September is a time of sitting in pause during the retrograde and just getting very clear to what is your truth. What am I ready now to see? What am I ready to now open, put it out in the air? Let myself be exposed, be honest, that deep-seated secret that has been hidden under the rug, that deep-seated secret that you have kept secret for way too long. It is time to let it go. It has held you prisoner, and the only thing you have kept safe is the people that were involved kind of in that story, or thinking that you're keeping yourself safe from that story, but you have actually let that story control and dictate your life for long enough. Time to tell your new story, time to live in your light, and time for you to shine now. Beautiful Virgos. Much love to you. Have a wonderful September, and I will see you all in October. Bye-bye.